Hey, so this is what feels inspired to come through right now. Maintain the sadhana. Maintain the practice as much as possible. The practice will guide you, and it will guarantee that no matter what fluctuations happen in your life, your direction is constant. Your velocity of expansion of consciousness has a baseline that is beyond normal, beyond not putting in that extra intention and attention on expanding. What is a sadhana? The sadhana is any spiritual practice. There's so many different kinds of spiritual practices out there, but there's really only one spiritual practice, paradoxically. And what a spiritual practice is looking inward, within yourself, not outward, and not jumping to conclusions. It is seeing. It is watching, not being involved, but just seeing what is. Okay, and so in terms of practices, you've got breath work, you've got meditation, you've got, really it's really only meditation, right? Being meditative is a state, and that's the state of the sadhana, looking inward, is the meditative state. And so anything can be a sadhana if the meditative state is present. The meditative state can be facilitated more easily through certain practices and techniques that have been refined and passed down through time. And so these practices are very successful at generating and maintaining this meditative state to a greater capacity than could be done, while just compared to doing daily tasks. Of course, you can be meditative during daily tasks, but specifically sitting down to do a type of meditation or standing up to do a type of meditation, setting that intention of this time is for this meditation, with this specific intention. Doing that is powerful. Doing that, having a sadhana, a spiritual practice for as long as you can, as often as you can, will yield results proportional to how much time you can put into the practice. Plain and simple. If you can do a practice for an hour a day, really 2 hours a day is better. You can do, it doesn't have to be one practice, just 2 hours per day of spiritual practice, dedicated with full involvement for 90 days will, guaranteed, change your life rapidly, profoundly, intensely. Absolutely. No going back. Permanent change. I guarantee you this. And because the rewards of a practice like that is so great, so few people have the discipline to make it happen, and so few people decide to make it happen. Really, all that's necessary to make it happen is your desire. If you desire the expansion of your consciousness, the freedom from suffering, and the blissful kingdom that you are meant to inherit more than anything else, if you truly desire that with all of your being, all of your heart, all of your mind, then it will come to you regardless. There's nothing that stops you. The desire is the only thing you need, and it will happen. So in terms of what sadhana to do, it doesn't really matter. There's so many different kinds. The best one to do is the one that you can do with the most dedication, the most involvement, for the most amount of time. And so what kinds of sadhanas are there? There's tons, right? So you've got Kriya, any type of breath work, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, concentration practice, direct insight practice, focusing on the breath, mantras, chanting, ohms, so many different types of, meditation techniques and breathwork techniques out there. And movement's not a problem either. Like Tai Chi and yoga is absolutely a valid meditative practice. Vipassana, sitting. All right, these are the spiritual practices, and so it doesn't need to be the same one every day. Doing the same one every day is extremely powerful, and perhaps more powerful than switching around. But switching around, if you feel inclined to do so, is natural, and it makes sense to find what works best for you through experimentation. So don't be afraid to try new things. As long as you, I would say the most important thing is that as long as you have your 1 to 2 hours per day solid for 90 days, it doesn't really matter what you do. Even if you change it up throughout, you will see dramatic results, dramatic, incredible results. So you don't have to be locked into one technique. Try many techniques, experiment, and when you like something, follow it. Use your intuition to guide you. And yeah, if you stick to the sadhana, incredible things will happen. So do what must be done to stick to it. If you can't do it one day, do it for 5 minutes. If you can't do it for 5 minutes, do it for 1 minute. Because doing a little bit, it still has a metaphysical implication that you have decided to follow through on your intention to stick to the sadhana. Yeah, I think that just about covers it. Thanks for watching. Leave comments, thoughts, ideas down below. Subscribe. All right. Peace.